Alright, here we go again. What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're an indie artist looking for an album review and some promo, you can hit up Luke at redmattersite.com. And what I have for you boys and girls today is a quick review for Meek Mill's latest EP, 4 out of 4, Part 2. And if you missed my review for the first one, I'll post that link at the top of the comments section. Now, right from the start, we gotta talk about the song War Pain, because I think this is the best Meek Mill track that we've gotten in quite a while. I think it's the best track out of both EPs, and when it comes to tracks that involve Drake disses, this is the shit that I think he probably should have came out with in the first place. Now, the first verse, well, he actually does the first verse and O'Malley does the second verse. O'Malley's verse I thought was aggressive but not overly memorable, and I'll also bring up that the beat on this is dope. It has some nice vocal sample production. But as for Meek on the first verse, it kind of worried me a little bit because he starts off bullshitting a bit. He's talking about Nicki Minaj and the whole hotel incident. Then he spits some braggy bars about his watch, coke rap, just all that type of shit. But then he gets into the diss bars and man, he finally came with some shit. A lot of people are saying he got a W with this one, and I think I'm inclined to agree because this was much better than a lot of the other stuff that he's put out. He gets at 50 Cent and tells him that he might get robbed in Brooklyn by some Philly boys, and of course, he gets at Drake. He actually brings up that old picture of Drake with the Dream Chasers chain and kind of makes fun of him. He says that he's going to rob that chain and then make him pay triple for it. And like I said in the first review, it really seems like Meek had heard Summer 16 before he made this track. And he actually went on Instagram and said that the ghostwriter told him, so it must have been Quentin Miller. Because Meek put this shit out not long after Drake put out Summer 16, and he was already responding to some of the lines on Summer 16. He brings up how Drake said that he was Hove, and he takes exception to that line. And like I said, at the start of this song, he touches on that whole hotel incident where Drake and his boys were supposedly playing back-to-back up over his hotel. And Meek basically just said they're being some pussies for that, and they didn't want to come down and mess with some real niggas. So at least that's what Meek said. Now, as a standalone track, I would give this one about a 3.5 out of 5. I thought it was pretty dope. The O'Malley verse wasn't really necessary, and like I said, I thought Meek's verse started off kind of slow, but then he went in, so this was the best out of all the disses that he's done, but I still kind of feel like it's too little, too late. I like this song about the same as Summer 16, so I'm not really riding with either one and saying, you know, this one is way better than the other, although I probably like Summer 16 just a little bit more, just as far as the production goes and the overall vibe that Drake had going on. But Meek Mill definitely did a little bit of catching up with this one, but you know, it is a little bit too late. It's kind of like if you're in Mario Kart and you're in 8th place coming up on the last lap, and then you get the blue shell or the lightning bolt, so you're gonna fuck everyone else up who's in front of you. But it's too little too late, man. You might get your way moved up a little bit to maybe 6th place or maybe even 5th place, but you're still not going to beat the #1 winner. And overall, I think Drake has still remained on top, but Meek Mill has definitely gained a little bit with this track. Now, as for the other tracks on this EP, I thought For Show and Ricky were just your quintessential Meek Mill tracks. I wasn't really blown away by them, but if you're a huge Meek Mill fan, I'm sure you're going to like them. On For Show, T.Ill Dude sings about fucking hoes and getting money, so it's just some typical shit. And the name T.Ill Dude actually kind of sounds like an old Hotmail account, like T.Ill Dude 69 at hotmail.com. Thought that was just kind of a weird name, but maybe that's just me. And of course, on For Show, Meek Mill has to bring up how he's on his 8th rollie, and I believe him, because if we all know one thing, it's that Meek Mill loves Rolexes. Now on the song Ricky, there were a couple of really bad lines on this, if you ask me. Meek Mill spits about one of his homies who's locked up and is doing life, so he's not going to come back until Nevuary, which I thought was just some corny shit. I don't know, do people say Nevuary? Maybe I'm out of the loop. I don't know. I didn't like that one very much. And then he had another line where he says when there's beef, he gives them bread and makes a burger. I get what he's saying there, but I don't know. Beef and burger lines, come on, man, that shit. I'm gonna have to give that a no. But you know what I really give a no is that goddamn Slippin' remix on here. Man, that shit just really pissed me off and was kind of depressing, to be honest with you. Because DMX's song Slippin' is one of the greatest hip-hop tracks of all time. Don't debate me, I don't care, it just is, that's a fact. And if you don't think it is, you must be full of shit, because Slippin' by DMX is just so damn good. But he took this song, got Future on the hook, got the beat switched up just a little bit, and had a Dave East verse on here, but it's just really bad, man. I mean, Meek's verse is alright, and Dave East, you know, I think he can spit, so his verse isn't bad, but the whole thing it's not very good, man. You can't take a classic song and come through like this and expect people to really think it's fire. At least I thought this was really bad, and I had to go back and listen to the original to just forget about this one. But now I remembered it because I'm doing this review. So as soon as I'm done, I'm gonna go listen to DMX Slippin'. So overall, I give this EP a 2.5 out of 5. I think it's about the same as the first EP, but like I said, War Paint is definitely a dope song. I don't think you can deny that. And if you're a Drake fan and you just want to say that it's trash, show your work, because Meek actually came through with some pretty decent shit there, I thought. And I'm not the biggest Meek Mill supporter or the biggest Drake supporter. I'm just going by what I like. It doesn't matter who puts it out. If it's dope, it's dope. But that's just what I think about this one. I know I was ranting a little bit, getting off topic and going all over the place, but hey man, that's how it goes down sometimes. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Do you think Meek did much better with War Paint? And which one of his EPs do you like better, the first one or the second one? Also, make sure you do that good YouTube and social media stuff where you like my videos, you share them, you follow me on Twitter, you retweet the videos, and you especially subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.